No, I don't work out, you know what I mean? I can't hold it that long.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the most hilarious acceptance speeches. These don't include the Oscars, which deserves its own list.
I said some bad things. I feel bad. I was trying to exhibit my independent spirit.
Number 10. Steve Carell reads his wife's speech. 63rd Golden Globe Awards. Most award winners prefer to write their own speeches, but Steve Carell isn't your average guy.
Wow, I really did not expect this, so I didn't write anything. However, my wife did and handed me something.
The actor revealed that he had his wife Nancy craft the words instead. Starting off normal enough, the script quickly turns into one compliment after another directed towards his spouse.
I would also like to thank my wife, Nancy, for her constant support and for being so beautiful tonight. That's true.
The writing works even better with Carell playing off the idea that he's never read the words. Along with Nancy's facial expressions, the moment has all the underlying humor and tension of a well-written TV episode.
Who sometimes wishes that I would let her know when I'm going to be home late so she can schedule her life, which is no less important than mine.
It's also safe to assume that there's a kernel of truth to his speech that makes it that much better. Number 9. Emma Thompson's Best Actress speech, 19th Empire Awards. Always being herself, Emma Thompson doesn't take award shows too seriously. The actress takes this to heart in her Empire Awards speech from 2014.
I must just say, you know, when I first read Empire, it was printed on papyrus, more or less, and I remember going to the awards ceremony years ago, and it was in a pub, I think.
While she does show appreciation, she also has a bit of fun at the ceremony's expense. You could almost call this a roast at a few points.
Oh, I have a lot of people to thank, but there are none of them here, so I'm not going to bother. But my husband is here, and so I'd like to thank him for many things.
Thompson takes a few funny jabs at Empire and the overall evening itself, but never loses her self-effacing style. She's even open about her own wardrobe malfunctions and relationship with her husband.
And I'd also like to thank him for all the amusing animal noises that he made while I had that perm, which became, of course, funnier and funnier as the months wore on.
The performer glides through the appearance like she's a character in one of her best comedies, showing off her ability to adapt to any situation with humor. Number 8. Adam Sandler being himself, 38th People's Choice Awards. While he's not always the critical favorite, Adam Sandler is generally beloved by audiences. He uses this acceptance speech at the People's Choice Awards to poke fun at this fact.
Making movies that critics all over the planet despise with unreasonable fury. But that you, the people, seem to enjoy.
Along with mentioning his trouble with critics, Sandler also thanks his many teachers that set him up for a prosperous future.
Miss, one calf is giant and one is normal. Third grade would have not been as interesting without you. And also my librarian that year, Mrs. Rottenbreath.
Naturally, the comedian can't help but throw in some funny names and pronunciations for good measure. This includes singling out important figures like his shop teacher.
I don't know if I'd be standing here today if it wasn't for my shop teacher, Mr. No Fingers. 2 big thumbs up to you, buddy.
Showing some love and going for a few jokes, the performer proves that he'll say anything for a laugh. This is just one of many enjoyable speeches from the actor that also includes the time his daughters allegedly wrote one for him.
Thank you for giving our daddy, Mr. Adam Sandler, this prestigious lifetime, all-time, primetime GOAT Achievement Tribute Award.
Number 7. Hugh Laurie at the 2007 Golden Globes. 64th Golden Globe Awards. No stranger to comedies, Hugh Laurie lightens the mood of this Golden Globe ceremony with a few off-the-cuff jokes.
Nobody offers you a free acceptance speech. It just seems to me to be a gap in the market. I would love to be able to pull out a speech by Dolce & Gabbana now.
He makes a few clever observations about speeches before thanking his collaborators. Laurie also throws in some of his trademark wit, including some hilarious asides about the entertainment business.
My fellow actors on House and the wonderful writers and producers, and a truly wonderful crew. I know everyone says they have a wonderful crew, and logically that can't be the case.
He has the room in stitches throughout his appearance, performing his routine like a well-prepared monologue. It's this kind of unscripted charisma and intellect that makes him a perfect fit for shows like House. In just a few minutes, Laurie easily steals the spotlight in between moments of humility.
I owe them everything. I certainly owe them this. I'm not going to give them this, but I will owe it to them.
Number 6. Julia Louis-Dreyfus gets a new speech. 64th Primetime Emmy Awards. From Seinfeld to Veep, Julia Louis-Dreyfus has been justifiably praised for her work in great sitcoms. Her 2012 Emmy win for the latter show also includes a humorous joke about acceptance speeches themselves. She begins to read from a piece of paper, but realizes that she has the wrong notes.
A bit overwhelmed. Oh my God. First of all, I would like to thank NBC, Parks and Rec, my beautiful boys Archie and Abel.
Amy Poehler quickly remedies this mix-up, making for some funny verbal and physical comedy all in one moment. Neither actress takes themselves too seriously, and chooses to turn the ceremony into another chance to make people laugh.
It's totally fine. Totally fine.
After recovering from the surprise, Louis-Dreyfus sells the bit perfectly as she keeps going like nothing happened.
It's a bit mystifying to me because people say that this show is a comedy, and yet I don't see anything funny about me being Vice President of the United States.
Number 5. Will Ferrell accepts the Mark Twain Prize. Will Ferrell, Mark Twain Prize. In a night meant to honor him, Will Ferrell takes the stage and almost immediately makes a mistake. The comedian drops his Mark Twain Prize on the ground. Grinding the ceremony to a halt, Ferrell plays up the joke with some stellar comic acting on his part.
As I stare at this magnificent bust of Mark Twain, I'm reminded of how humbled I am to receive such an honor and how I vow to take very special care of it.
The actor goes on to jokingly threaten his children and pay homage to Twain with little to no knowledge of him whatsoever. Sticking to his signature clueless persona, the funny man is able to sneak several jokes into a heartfelt speech.
For years, I had many questions about this Mark Twain, the first being, who is he?
This includes tributes to his heroes and family, containing some hilarious references to his fake wives. He proves once again that he can bring the funny to any film, TV show, or awards presentation.
I would like to thank my lovely wife, Vivica. Before I do that, however, I should really thank my first and second wives, Donna and Julie.
Number 4. Jim Carrey wins his second Golden Globe. 57th Golden Globe Awards. Winning a Best Actor award 2 years in a row, Jim Carrey has a lot to celebrate in this acceptance speech. He quickly acknowledges the achievement with both humor and gratitude.
Thank you again, anyway. I'm the Tom Hanks of the Golden Globes.
Comparing himself to Tom Hanks, the performer pretends that he's become an elite actor worthy of the awards. Anybody familiar with the comedian knows that he loves to go off the rails.
I want to thank Jimmy Miller, Eric Gold, Nick Stevens, Debbie Klein, Marlia Leslie. I'm going to forget someone, and it's going to be bad.
This appearance isn't any different, allowing him to dip into voices and energize the ceremony. He even fits in some genuine salutes to the cast and crew of Man on the Moon while he's up there. Before he leaves the stage, he also finds time to sing show tunes.
You can't shoot a man with a gun, with a gun, with a gun. I'm going for it, man. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Number 3. Sasha Baron Cohen at the Golden Globes. 64th Golden Globe Awards. Instead of giving a traditional acceptance speech, Sasha Baron Cohen decides to talk about the hardships of filming Borat.
I saw some dark parts of America, an ugly side of America, a side of America that rarely sees the light of day.
This includes an extended discussion of the fight scene between himself and his co-star, Ken Davidian. With hilariously gross details, Cohen doesn't hold back as he describes everything with anatomical precision.
Saw your 2 wrinkled Golden Globes on my chin. I thought to myself, I'd better win a bloody award for this.
He also mentions the moment where Davidian sat on him, bringing together an especially funny anecdote. The star does it all like it's been scripted perfectly. His use of dramatic pauses also makes the big moments that much funnier. Among the raunchiest speeches of its kind, this story gets all kinds of celebrities laughing at the Golden Globes.
Kenneth, if it was not for that rancid bubble, I would not be here today.
Number 2, Jennifer Coolidge at the Golden Globes, 80th Golden Globe Awards. Accepting an award for her role on White Lotus, Jennifer Coolidge speaks without a filter at this Golden Globe ceremony. Her comic timing couldn't be better, as she turns this speech into a trip down memory lane. Referencing her past projects, Coolidge doesn't mind mentioning her work in series like American Pie.
5 different sequels of American Pie. I milked that to the bone. I mean, I'm still going for 6 or 7, whatever they want, you know?
She's so grateful that she even mentions all the hilarious ways her life has been changed because of the HBO show.
Even this is the end, because you did kill me off, but it doesn't matter, because even if this is the end, you sort of changed my life in a million different ways, and my neighbors are speaking to me, things like that.
Really taking in the moment, the actress even gets bleeped a few times. It's all done with an effortless charm that really cracks up the crowd. By the end of this speech, we kind of want her to be next year's host.
Sorry, no. Mike, I love you to death. Dave Burnett, I love you. I just want to say, this is a fun night. Thank you.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, Robin Williams helps with Jack Nicholson's speech, 8th Critics' Choice Awards. After a tie in the Best Actor category, co-winner Jack Nicholson took pity on the loser and decided to invite him on stage.
How much money have we raised?
This just so happened to be comedian Robin Williams. As fired up as he's ever been, the comic wastes no time unleashing impressions and commenting on the night. He punches up Nicholson's jokes and even critiques other long-winded statements by the star.
Yeah, thanks for nothing. It's a tie with 3 people!
The funniest part might be when Williams takes aim at the voters, including a few moments where he addresses being the odd man out. Completely unscripted, the hilarious nominee turns this ceremony into a stand-up gig.
Jack Nicholson and Daniel Day-Lewis for giving me this piece of paper. Has their names on it, not mine. And I'm glad to be left out of this incredible group.
It wasn't the last time either, as he turned a future Golden Globe speech into another classic.
I have to thank the Hollywood Foreign Press because, number one, you've been so nice over the years. 27 years ago, you gave me an award for Mork. It was Best Newcomer. Thank you. And 2 years later, you gave the same award to Pia Zadora. Thank you.
Did we forget one of your favorite acceptance speeches? Let us know in the comments.
I'm just thanking everybody now. It's just like, spewing out. Dustin, I'd like to thank Steven. No, wrong movie. Back up.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.